Hey guys, this is Coach Brian Hart, and today we're going to be talking about career coaching, especially around job interview coaching. And one of the main things that people struggle with in the job interview is the classic strengths question: what are your strengths? I think when it comes to coaching, coaching provides one of the best ways for a person to develop a narrative approach to their strengths instead of having a factual approach to their strengths. The tool that we're going to talk about here helps a person develop that narrative. So as we talk about this tool, I want to set this out right from the beginning. Always remember to ask permission to use a tool, even if it's going to be a part of the curriculum that you put together. After you've gotten that permission, the tool, as I put it here, is to define the strength, to mine it deeper, and then refine it. First step is to define the strength. So you start by asking the client to write out a list of the top 5 strengths that they'd like to have in their resume as qualifications and in their interview as answers to the strengths question. Ask them to write out these strengths in a sentence form. Doesn't have to be a big paragraph, just one sentence explanation of that strength. From that point, you want to ask their first impression. What are their thoughts? And then ask them what outcome they would like to see after exploring the strengths. So here we're setting kind of a mini agenda around this tool. Then find a starting point. Which of these strengths would you like to begin clarifying? This leads us to part B, to mine the strength, that one strength, for deeper information. And this is really where the coaching is going to happen. I'm going to list out a lot of different coaching questions here, and you'll see them on the slides. It's just always so important. I say this in almost all of my videos that I share questions on. Coaching questions should never come from a list. You should have an idea of what kinds of questions you might ask, but the lists that are provided by any training service are only there to spark things and to start things off. The best questions are going to come naturally. But here's some options. So as they have this one strength, maybe it's I work well with computers, or I am a hard worker, or something like that. We can go deeper by saying, what do you mean? And then ask a few follow-up questions about, or how is this strength unique to you? What's your approach to using computers? What's your approach to programming? What's your approach to meetings? And so on. What are you learning around the strength professionally, personally? If you separated this strength or this task into 5 different parts, what are your favorite elements of that strength? Who are you for your team when you use the strength? What kind of player on a team would you be? You can kind of go into the metaphor of a football team, basketball team, whatever you'd like. What would be a metaphor that describes you when you're at your best with the strength? What's your story with the strength? And that one, I think, is one of the most important. I would add it as part of any conversation. What's your story with the strength? What is a story, your top experience with the strength? You are the interviewer. How does this answer sound? So you can throw that question in at any point and have them process from the other side of the table. Also, other questions that might flow naturally out of it is a client might say the word, I love doing blank, or any kind of strong statement. You can ask a question such as, at what moment is your love strongest for the strength? Those natural questions oftentimes lead to deeper results, better results. So remember, all these list of questions are here. They are only here for sampling. Next up is refining those answers, refining the learning and processing it so that the client can have a stronger strength answer that they can have more confidence around. So we back up and ask questions like, what have you learned through this exploration or this mining process? How would you answer this question deeper now or differently now? When answering this question with this new information, what's that going to do to your confidence and your energy in the interview? Preempting the interview with that kind of question. What action steps do you want to take from here? These, I would say almost all of these you'd want to have here at the end of this tool, but please feel free to use more than that, because digging deeper into the outcome that the client wants to have by the end of this tool is really important, and that's only going to be able to be explored as a result of the conversation itself. So as always, remember that coaching is not about following things to a T, but following the client really well in the conversation. Hope this is helpful, and you can check out our other videos. We have a whole series that's going to be dedicated to career coaching, and keep growing as a life coach. Keep building and refining your own strengths, because as you do so, others who you coach will be growing as well. Thank you.